Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Sandy, and if you've missed it, today is day 11 of 12 Days of Sandy. Make sure to check out the previous videos if you missed them. They will be linked in the description box below. Today, on this Merry Christmas Eve, we are going to be ranking my books of the year to see which one is my favorite. So I'm going to turn you over to my bullet journal, and let's just get our ranking on. Okay, so you might remember that I made this spread from my new bullet journal setup, and I just filled out this top layer of the bracket with the books that I read each month. So I'll just quickly go over what those are. So in January I read The Great Gatsby. In February I read, or these are like my favorites from each month. February was Hamnet, March was Atomic Habits, April was A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, May was Anne of Green Gables. I didn't read anything in June, so we skipped to July, which was Our Violent Ends. August was Ariadne, September was Finley Donovan is Killing It, October was The Hobbit, November was Crying in H Mart, and December was The Midnight Library. So what I'm going to do is I am going to have each of these books face off against each other. I'm going to decide which one's my favorite of the two, and then we'll just go down the bracket until we have our favorite book of the year. So let's start with the January-February matchup, which is The Great Gatsby against Hamnet. I'm definitely going to have to go with Hamnet on this one, because The Great Gatsby was okay for me, but I loved Hamnet. Okay. March versus April, Atomic Habits versus A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. For me, this is definitely going to be Atomic Habits. I honestly didn't like A Good Girl's Guide to Murder that much, but it was the only book I read in April. So some of these are like not necessarily 5-star books for me, but they're just the only book I happen to read during that month. So some of these will automatically lose to ones that are like more my favorite. May versus July is Anne of Green Gables versus Our Violent Ends. I actually really loved both of these books, but I am going to say the Anne of Green Gables has to win, because that's one of my favorite books of all time. So I'm just going to write that in here. Okay, now I'm going to go to the bottom and go up. Okay, so the way that I set up this bottom one, because there was an uneven amount of months because June is missing, is that October is going to automatically advance. So we're going to go August versus September and November versus December, and October will just automatically advance. So Ariadne versus Finley Donovan is Killing It. Ooh, I actually really liked both of these books, but I think that I'm going to have to say Ariadne is the winner here. I love Greek retellings. That's like one of my favorite genres, so I did really enjoy Finley Donovan, but Ariadne was a total win for me. Then The Hobbit is going to automatically advance for October. Crying in H Mart versus The Midnight Library. I loved both of these books too. I actually finished The Midnight Library today, and I absolutely loved it. I really loved Crying in H Mart as well, though. Ooh, this one's kind of hard. I think that I'm going to have to go with The Midnight Library, though. Like, I sat down to read this book, guys, and I read it in 2 hours. So, yeah, The Midnight Library is going to have to be the winner for that one. Apologies, my heater turned on, and it's kind of loud. So now we're going to face off these three and these three against each other to pick 2 winners. And then we'll face those off against each other. So between Hamnet, Atomic Habits, and Anne of Green Gables, Hamnet and Anne of Green Gables are going to have to win. Okay, and then between Ariadne, The Hobbit, and The Midnight Library, I think it's going to have to be Ariadne and The Midnight Library. So I guess that's kind of similar to the top one too. But, okay. So now, between Hamnet and Anne of Green Gables, what do I like more? Anne of Green Gables is one of my all-time favorite books, but I think I'm going to have Hamnet win for this one, because Anne of Green Gables, I feel like, has been a favorite book before, so it's like not as new to me this year, if that makes sense. Then between Ariadne and the Midnight Library, it's gotta be the Midnight Library. Oh, we're getting close. Okay. So now, the final battle is between Hamnet and the Midnight Library. I really, really enjoyed both of these books, and maybe it's just because the Midnight Library is fresh on my mind, but honestly, I really loved that book. Ooh. This is hard, but I think I'm really battling between Hamnet and the Midnight Library right now. But I think I'm gonna have to go with the Midnight Library, just because it was such a fast read for me, and I just loved it. So that's the Midnight Library by Matt Haig, and I guess that's the winner. The winner of this rank off is the Midnight Library by Matt Haig. All of these books will be linked in the description box below if you want to check them out. Okay, that was it. That was the ranking. Let me know if you've read any of the books that I talked about today and what your thoughts were on them, if you enjoyed them as much as I did or if you didn't like them at all. And make sure that you subscribe so that you don't miss the last day of 12 Days of Sandy tomorrow on Christmas. It is a very, very fun one. I loved making it and it turned out so good. So please like this video if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!
She went away on Christmas Day, didn't come back till